Time to tune in. Now another sports center. It's a movement.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Touchdown with Doug Smith. And another classic episode once again. Back-to-back home runs. Last week we had Terrence Mathis of the Atlanta Falcons. We got a very special guest. I'm going to let my co-host Mike take and introduce him here in just a moment. Really quickly to my two co-hosts, Mr. Adrian Campbell and Mike Williams. How y'all doing tonight?
Fantastic, man. It's a beautiful Friday.
Amen to that, brother. We just waiting for these bowl games.
Mr. Mike Williams, I'm going to go ahead and introduce our very special guest here today.
Yeah, man. So this kid's an absolute stud. I tried to recruit him when he was in 8th grade to go to my favorite college team, and he just smiled because he knew he wasn't going to go. Army All-American, right? Just recent news of that. Michigan signee from Palmer Ridge High School, the great Connor Jones. Welcome, Connor. How you doing today, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing well, man. So, again, congratulations. I know you guys just found out that you got announced as an Army All-American. That was shut down for a little bit. Like, what's that process like, and kind of what does that lead into for you?
I mean, as far as like the bowl game, they weren't able to do that this year, but going down, they're doing a pretty special thing for 24 guys so that they could sign to their college in front of a lot of resources and opportunities. Not just to get more eyes on us, but to also get NIL stuff going, get potential contracts for us for NIL.
That's sweet. And from something I was reading about, they're supposed to have some NFL scouts there or coaches there or something like that as well to kind of run you guys through drills. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And it's kind of funny. I'm gonna tell this quick story. When I met Connor, we were the same height. Like I'm 5'7". Connor was like 5'7". I think he was like in early middle school or something. He might have been an inch taller than me. I know he's been tall. This man is a whole foot taller than me now. You know what I'm saying? And like he'll probably grow another couple inches, I'm sure.
Hey, Connor, first of all, man, congratulations on all you've accomplished in high school. Congratulations on signing with Big Blue. I'm a big Blue fan myself. I see you rocking the Jordan gear, the Michigan hoodie. I love it. But I gotta ask, man, like being in Colorado, how did you land on Michigan? Why them, man?
Well, one, it's my dream school, and we worked hard putting myself in front of the right people that helped me learn how to not only market myself, but to just teach me what it's like to be at that caliber and be at that level.
So you grew up in a Michigan household? Like, is everybody in your house Michigan fans, or so you didn't really stand a chance from birth? What's going on there?
Yeah, I mean, the way it worked out was actually pretty cool. But yeah, pretty much like there's pictures of me out there of me sitting in a little baby cradle watching the Michigan game with a little Michigan onesie.
Have you met with Coach Harbaugh? I saw that you were recruited by offensive line coach Sharon Moore. What are those guys like?
Honestly, they're really down to earth and just relaxed guys, unless they're on the football field, and then they're very passionate, very excited. But I've actually swam in Coach Harbaugh's pool.
Oh, see,
yeah.
Mike, did you get that invite?
No, man.
I
can keep myself floating, so I probably wouldn't have got that invite.
But yeah, and this past weekend, we just had my in-home visit, and Coach Harbaugh, Coach Moore, and then Coach Hart came out, and that was a pretty cool experience. It was really relaxed. Had dinner with them, and then Coach Harbaugh and Coach Hart took off to go ahead to more recruits' house, and then Coach Moore came downstairs and played a little bit of Madden with my brother.
Okay, how did he fare? The world wants to know.
My brother or Coach Moore?
Coach Moore.
Well, Coach Moore is an assistant offensive coordinator. He's pretty smart. So,
but how is his stick game, Connor? Let's go. How's his stick game?
It's pretty good.
All right.
I'd expect it to. But I'm pretty sure they have a game lounge like right across his office.
Okay, perfect.
Then I had a question as well here too. What would you say? Obviously, you're fully committed. You're on your way to Michigan. You got the Army All-American game. A lot of great things going for you right now. what are some things that are in your workout regimen that you're currently doing right now to help take your game to the next level?
I'm really just sharpening, making sure that I'm staying on top of my game. Obviously, lifting. I do need to, get bigger, but make sure I'm not getting bigger the wrong way. And then, just preparing my body to get up there, really. Once I'm up there, they'll do whatever they want or need to do with my body. So it's just more of making sure I'm physically ready to endure that.
Connor, I know you've been a leader, man. Like, I know you're a leader. How is that translated with this class? Have you kind of been bringing guys together? Like, how's your leadership translated to this recruiting class?
All of us in this class are leaders, so it's just like I'm with my own type of dude. So we all take initiative on doing some things. Our head guy is actually Will Johnson, and he definitely makes sure that he lives actually not too far away from Ann Arbor. So he makes sure that we're keeping updated and we have all the information that we need. And then, some of us do other things. Like I just created a group chat with Coach Harbaugh in it because, he asked me to do that. And then we've created a couple different group chats just to, flesh out the people who aren't necessarily coming but are committed. But
Ryan Hayes, he's a senior this year on this bowl-bound team for Michigan, and I'm certain you were watching the Ohio State game, just like I was watching the Ohio State game. And this offensive line this year, Coach Moore has done an excellent job just making them what I'm going to say one of the most physical units in college football this year. And they kind of pushed Ohio State around all day in that Ohio State game. You've got, like I said, Ryan Hayes. He's the current starting left tackle. Is that something that, day one, you're expecting to kind of step into that role? I know that there is another kid in front of you currently on the depth chart, but do you feel like you're ready that if they called your number today, like, hey, I could go in there and contribute meaningfully?
That I'm ready,
Mm-hmm.
Mentally, I think there's, physically, I got to grow a little bit. I got to get stronger in order to be able to actually compete at that level. I have no expectations coming into this other than the fact that I'm just going to work when I get up there, and what happens, happens. My goal is to start definitely by my sophomore year. And then, if I get thrown in my freshman year here and there, then I won't be too upset about it.
Is there a number that you're hoping that you're going to be able to snag up there?
So as of right now, it's looking like I won't get my number until my sophomore year, which is 77.
Okay.
So we're looking and playing around with a couple different numbers, but the decision has not been made yet for my freshman year.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to when you get that starting role and we have that number locked in. I'm looking forward to grabbing one of these here with Jones on the back.
Is there?
And now, Connor, obviously, you're at the very start of something that can really take you very, very far. You mentioned that you have a lot of goals that you need to get stronger, and the work is not done yet, right? You're hoping to ultimately start by your sophomore year. That being said, the young, motivated man like you, I don't see any of those things, anything holding you back ultimately. But that being said, once you reach those goals, we'll say within the next 2 to 3 years, where do you want football to take you in life?
A is to make it to the league and make that second contract at least. So, yeah, the next 4 or 5 years, be able to jump in the draft, get a first-round pick out of it, and get some money underneath my belt so I can support myself financially. And then, just play football until I physically can't play football anymore.
Yeah, that's solid, man. And me knowing you, knowing your family, knowing the school that you're going to, man, like the school that you're at currently, and I know it's rigorous academically. Like, what do you plan on studying when you go to Michigan? Because that's a prestigious academic school as well.
I'm planning on getting into sports medicine. I'll probably start out with kinesiology, and then bounce around. They have a lot of undergrads within sports medicine. So once I get up there, I can kind of play around with it and see, what career I actually want to get into if football doesn't work out.
Yeah, and I'm sure football will. I'm sure it'll work out for sure, man. You're an absolute stud. And I know this class, you guys have, it's huge. Like you guys got like what? You're 6'7". You guys got the cat at a Columbine, right, from a few years back or something like that. He was like 6'8". Like what's going on? Like are they like just scouting people that could play power forward in the NFL to play on the line? Like what were they doing up there, man?
Well, Coach Moore really likes the long lean guys. He told me his goal is to make sure the whole offensive line across the board is to be long, lean, and strong as hell and mean.
Yeah, I like that. And I like that a lot. Question I got for you too, and then I'm gonna definitely shift it over to Doug. Is like, have you got the opportunity to meet any current Michigan alumni that are in the NFL? Like, have you built any relationships with guys that are in the league that have played on that line? And if so, have they given you any advice that you've kind of taken and put forward?
I have, and I mean, I've met a lot of NFL guys throughout my experience just through my trainer, and a lot of their advice is just to get up there and work and do pretty much like not exactly what I'm doing now, but take the same principles of what I'm doing now and take it there, because as soon as I do that, I'll separate from my class immediately and take what I can get also.
Right.
Love it. And that being said, obviously, growing up, I know for me, it was guys like Jerome Bettis, Walter Payton, Dan Marino. I have my favorite players. That being said, who are some players that not only are some of your favorites, but that maybe for your exact position on the O-line that you model your game after?
Taylor LEWAN, right there. I've actually met Taylor. He's a pretty cool dude. I have his contact saved on my phone. He has my contact saved in his phone. We chat here and there. But he's a pretty cool dude, and I've already been compared with the alumni base that I know that is very involved with the football team. I've already been compared. Like, there's one big alumni that has known all the players that have come through for a really long time, and the first thing he said is, "You know who you look like? Taylor." But imagine that in a very thick Greek accent.
That's funny. This that's a one of the
great
best
comparison.
Yeah, one of the best offensive linemen in the NFL. So that's like a hell of a comparison. Something I know Doug likes to ask, so I'm gonna steal his question because I guess it's my turn to ask another question. Is like, when you're getting ready for game day, man, like what's in your headphones? Like what kind of music do you listen to on the bus ride? What do you listen to on the field to get you pumped up? Like what's some stuff that's in there, man?
Really, like, so for me, obviously it's about that locker room type music. I kind of bounce around with a few different genres. I like to stick with rap, and then I'll throw in a few rock songs that I vibe with here and there. But the main part of it is not necessarily to get me like pumped up, but more to like get me focused in. Because when I'm focused and I'm loose, that's when I play the best.
Okay. One last question I had, and then I'm gonna throw it to Doug. Is there anything, because I know you've done a lot in the community, and you have some goals you said in the community. Is there anything like maybe community service or community work that you've done, or you want people to be aware of that maybe the Touchdown Nation could support or anything possibly?
I mean, I've bounced around coaching some Pee Wee and some Park and Rec teams, and my high school team, we've done a lot of community service. We actually are a float in our parade, and then we go around and clean up trash for the 4th of July parade up here.
Nice.
Excuse me. And then we've also done things like, passed out parking tickets for the parade for people who need parking tickets in that area. And we've gone around and cleaned up trash just in the community in general. I volunteered at some soup kitchens down in Colorado Springs, and just small things like that here and there.
Okay, that's good, man. It's always great giving back, and I know that's something I've kind of seen you do. So I definitely wanted to give you a shout out or recognize you a little bit for that, for sure, man.
Connor, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show here today. Here with my co-host here today. We're really, really excited that you were able to come on. Hopefully, we can bring you back here maybe in a couple months or a year or so, and take and see how your football journey is currently going. Love to bring you back, my friend.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah, shout out Connor, and I know you're earlier rolling in Michigan from everything. So best of luck when you get up there, man. And I'm looking forward to watching you play. And I usually don't buy other teams' jerseys, but since I know you, man, once you get your number, the 77, I'll definitely lock in and get that jersey.
Oh yeah.
All right, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man, we're looking forward to it. Congratulations again, Connor. I can't wait to see what you do when you get to the big house. I can't wait to see you maul a couple Ohio State Buckeyes and leave them flat on their back. I'm very excited for it, man. I can't wait to add your jersey to the collection. Best of luck the rest of the way, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes,
All right, later.
And for all those who are watching, you guys go ahead and make sure you hit subscribe. And then also as well, if you want to take and follow Connor Jones, I'll have all social media information down below. In the meantime, have a great night.
Turn 100 for the touchdown. King crown gain inside, leading your town. Hit you faster than the sound. Bad boy, throw it down. Yeah, I'm ill. Not my will. Don't cop a fill the house. Listen to the roaring crowd. Drop a like, calm it down. Heisman, all the haters mouth. Superhero hit them wow. Packing more action than bing, boom, bam, pow. Touchdown for the win. We live. Subscribe right now.